This is the video that goes along with your BS wake up sheet, which is your big snooze wake up sheet. And the big snooze is basically the part of yourself that is asleep, that believes that you're a victim of your circumstance and that lives in fear and is terrified to get outside of the comfort zone and believes that success is for those people but not for you because they can do things you can't, or whatever you've got going on in your mind and your speech that is keeping you from the things that you desire to create. That's the big snooze at work. And the way to get out of the big snooze and to wake up is awareness. And that's what this sheet is going to help you do, is to become aware of the words, beliefs, and thoughts that you've got going on that are keeping you from what you want. Because here's the zinger. Your reality is created by your thoughts, your words, and your beliefs. And I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, okay, yeah, I get that. I can see how that would work. Do you realize what we're really saying with this one? That your entire reality is a reflection of your thoughts, your words, and your beliefs. That is powerful stuff. So why on earth aren't we all obsessed with changing our thoughts, our words, and our beliefs, right? If that's what it takes to change it. I'm not saying that you don't have to do stuff. You definitely have to work and you have to take action on things. But once you shift your perception through your thoughts, your words, and your beliefs, everything changes. And the opportunities that have always been there that you would not allow yourself to see because you were too busy snoozing present themselves magically, and just things just get easier and you get into the flow. This is such important work. So this is why we start with this out of the gate, and that we're going to be really diligent about it throughout the 8 weeks. And quite honestly, I recommend being diligent about it throughout your life, because if you really want to be a badass, this is something to master for sure. So the way it works is you are going to start out by looking at the areas in your life that maybe aren't looking so hot to you, and start to notice how you speak and think and believe about that subject. Okay, so let's say that you are you really want to be in a relationship, you want to find your soulmate, but you're not there yet. Think about, start paying attention, and it's about stepping aside and being the watcher of yourself. So pay attention to how you speak about that. What are your beliefs about it? What are your knee-jerk reactions to the statement, I trust men, or I trust women, or I want to feel vulnerable. It's safe to open myself up to somebody. Like, what are your knee-jerk reactions to those kinds of thoughts? Like, what goes through your mind when you're just like, ooh? So, and your words especially, like, what do you say? What is your sort of broken record about relationships? So start paying attention to that. And when you find one where you're like, you know what? Walking around saying men suck might be keeping me from finding a good man, write that down on the left side of your BS wake up sheet. And then on the right side, you're going to rewrite this. So the important thing when you're rewriting it is to do it in the positive. You wouldn't write something like men don't suck, because that's still reiterating men suck in a way. You would say, I love and adore men. I trust men. I can't wait to share my life with a man. Something in the positive that is going to bring up a lot of emotion in you. This is critical. You've got to feel something around it. Otherwise, it's just words that you're rattling off and it has no meaning. In order to anchor it in and to shift your thought process, you've got to have emotion behind it. You don't have to believe it right off the bat, however. You got to remember that you've been working with this story probably your entire life. So when you start saying the new one, you're just like, I totally don't trust men. Why am I saying this? Keep saying it. It's going to bring up feeling. That's all that matters, because what's going on is you've been living the lie for so long that when you hear the truth, it sounds like a lie. But this is just give it some time and keep feeling into it and keep saying it over and over. And every time the old one comes up, you just calmly replace it with a new one. But you got to be aware. So we're on the lookout here. This is why you're going to be carrying around a notebook, or making sure that you got your smartphone handy and you can record your limiting beliefs and thoughts and words onto it, so that when you get in front of your BS wake up sheet, you can write them down and rewrite them. Okay? It really is as simple as that. And then you just are very diligent about keeping up with the new stories that you're writing. And this is not an opportunity to get mad at yourself. I really don't want you to be judging yourself like, oh, I've wasted my whole life being single because I believed men sucked and now look at me. I heard a great way of describing it is, you know, when you clean out your closet and you get rid of old clothes, you don't be like, damn you sweater that I've been holding on to forever. You just get rid of it. If it doesn't work for you anymore, you get rid of it. So that's all it is. You're just getting rid of it and moving on to something that fits you better. Okay? So be really diligent about this. Have fun with it. I think it is one of the most interesting and revealing exercises on earth, as well as one of the most powerful.